guys, welcome to the show. I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas from us.
I didn't get hit in the face this time.
You didn't get hit in the face this time. But you know what got hit in the face? The box office! With The Last Jedi! Last Jedi! Beat the crap out of the box office, $220 million in 3.5 days.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. Did it break Force Awakens?
No, it did not.
Didn't think so.
Force Awakens, $541 million.
Okay.
In the
Why does that seem disappointing? $200 million seems disappointing.
You know what? Justice League is begging for that kind of a weekend.
Just give us $200 million.
Just give us the camera.
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
$450 million worldwide. It was only second to Force Awakens with the 541.
Right.
That is still pretty damn good.
Nah, it's amazing.
That is amazing.
Especially when you think about the fact that Rogue One came out last year. So you'd figure that people might be approaching a little bit of Star Wars fatigue, and they're not.
Well, you got to remember, this is like the third installment since Force Awakens to come back. Force Awakens, Rogue One, and now this one.
Right.
So it is second to Force Awakens in domestic with 247. That's what Force Awakens did, 247 in those 3 days, just domestically. 220 for Last Jedi. Amazing, amazing freaking number. But this is the thing that shocks me now. All these people went to go see it, and you know you're going to have the diehards. Right. You're going to have the diehards, but it's already had controversy with the 54% rating from Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Yes, that is actually under that is below the Justice League.
Wow.
Justice League has a higher Rotten Tomatoes score than
now I
The Last Jedi.
You know, full disclosure, I haven't seen it yet because I wanted to avoid the rush and somebody can give me tickets. But do you think it's because that? So I haven't read any of the comments is what I'm getting ready to say. So do you think that the reason why people maybe, or that critics may be rating this film lower?
No, the critics are raving it. They're raving rave reviews.
Well, that's funny because
the audience.
Well, the audience score is at 50.
Low, yeah.
Oh, do you think it's because they did not give us the stuff that we were expecting?
Exactly.
All right.
There was a lot of things that were expected in Last Jedi that did not come to fruition. There were some things that just were out of nowhere. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything plot twist and all sorts of stuff.
They teased us. They Star Wars teased. They Force teased us.
But let me just say one thing. Walking into this movie, and if you haven't seen this movie, go into this movie forgetting about the Holy Trilogy. Don't think about Jedi and Empire and the original. Don't think about any of that. Go in there as a sequel to Force Awakens, as its own movie. Completely, just clear your mind. Don't be a fanboy. Look at it as actually as a feature film that you've never seen Star Wars before, and more than likely you are gonna freaking love this movie.
I was gonna say, and be disappointed by that.
Be disappointed after that. But regardless, from what I understand, it's actually an amazing movie, beautifully shot. Lucas loves it, so I think.
What's he gonna say?
I think it's $4 billion. Looks like Rian Johnson knows what he's doing. Give him a break. I think Star Wars is in good hands. Now, what I'm curious about is what J.J. Abrams is going to do with it, because you know they gave Abrams so much crap with pretty much remaking A New Hope. Rian Johnson
remake Jedi, baby. Come on.
Rian Johnson gets beat up for making something different. Right. When they just complained that it was the same, now they give him something different.
People don't know what they want until you give them what they want.
But I don't even think people know what they want anymore.
They don't.
Sometimes.
They didn't want Superman.
Yeah. BBS, too dark. Yeah. Let's lighten it up. Okay.
Justice League. Too many jokes.
Too many jokes. Make up your mind, people. All right. Ferdinand, starring John Cena, who is sitting right between us.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can't see him. $13 million. Not bad, but I mean, it's like, given the fact that it's going up against Star Wars, 13 mil. I mean, come on.
Yeah, of course.
Remember it. All right.
Counter programming, sir.
Coco, $10 million, still going strong, still doing pretty good. Not too bad.
Would you would have figured that Ferdinand would have stole most of the money for Coco?
And they only stole $3 million. Yeah, that's it, basically. Justice League still hanging in there with 4.1 million, like by a friggin' thread. Now,
it's still making something.
But the way it looks right now is that the domestic run is pretty much going to come to an end. And
why would they pull it if it's still in the top 5?
Well, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be like probably 2 more weeks left. Okay. If that. But it is near its end. It looks like it's going to close out at $675 million, which is the lowest They want that Last Jedi money.
Yeah, no. Y'all should have worried about making a Wonder Woman 2 instead of bringing out Justice League.
Yeah, really. Tell me about it. Or even The Flash or another origin before Justice League.
Oh, that's something they didn't want to do at the beginning.
No post-credit scenes either.
Exactly.
But anyway, so doesn't look too good for Justice League. Might make its money back at home media.
Right.
Who knows?
Probably. Ultimate cut.
Number 5, Daddy's Home 2, $3.8 million. Why is that movie still around? Also with John Cena, but you don't see it.
But you
Right, John?
Because once again, kind of programming. It was like you get the Christmas money. So I mean, basically, Daddy's Home is a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is. Pretty much.
So I mean, you got that, and then not all the little kids are gonna want to see Star Wars. So you take them to go see Coco. If they already seen Coco, then you go take them to go see Ferdinand.
Right.
So and for the people who hate Star Wars, because there are some people out there looking at you, China. You can go take them to go see Ferdinand, or you go take them to see a kid. You can go watch a kids movie. You can take your kids to go watch a kids movie.
So coming next week, we have Jumanji 2.
I don't want to see this movie.
You don't want to see it?
I don't want to see this movie.
I don't know.
You know, man. I just call it something else. Call it Jungle Movie, and I would want to go see this movie.
Or just Welcome to the Jungle.
Welcome to the Jungle.
So that's the sub.
So basically, this movie was called Welcome to the Jungle, and then they said, hey, if we put Jumanji on it, more people will go see it. The same way they did with the house on the Lane Street and the thingy, the one with the alien monster thing and locked in the pit and stuff, and the things that happened that somehow tied into the original.
6 hours later.
Movie Cloverfield Lane. I was gonna get there.
All that for Cloverfield. Right.
I was gonna get there. The same way they did that, where it was another movie and they threw a tag on it to make more money out of it because it was a smaller movie. They threw the Jumanji tag on this just to make more money.
I'm gonna have to see it. I don't want to judge.
I would go see Welcome to the Jungle. I don't want to see Jumanji.
I just don't want to see. There's just certain things about it that I'm not really looking forward to, but we'll see. Pitch Perfect 3, which it's always nice to see the girls there.
I forgot that movie even came out.
Yeah, that's going to come out next week. Just
it hasn't come out yet.
No, it hasn't come out yet. That's coming out next week, just in time for Christmas. The Greatest Showman. That actually looks pretty interesting.
It's going to be another musical, though.
Yeah, like Les Miserables.
I don't want to even look. Okay, we get it. Hugh Jackman, you can sing. I don't want to see that.
Well, Hugh can do whatever the hell he wants now. I don't care what.
You know what he can do? Is come back as Wolverine. Is what he can do. Or you know what?
Get into that later.
Or give me the Prestige Part 2.
Prestige Part 2, yeah, that's a good movie.
I know. He died though.
Another one.
He died though. So.
Well, he died
Spoiler.
Alright. Anyway, so Greatest Showman looks great though. Finally good to see Zac Efron not in these freaking raunchy comedies. He's actually trying to do something differently. So it was good at least that he's in that.
Okay.
Alright. On Christmas Day, All the Money in the World. Now this one's actually interesting because this is the movie that Kevin Spacey was fired from, where they cut all his scenes. And replace them with Christopher Plummer. Now, the original date for this was December 22nd, but they moved it to Christmas Day because Kevin Spacey's all the crap that that they found on him, the accusations and all that. So they completely cut him out, filmed again, and then called Mark Wahlberg back and Michelle Williams back to film the same scenes over again.
Will this turn out like Back to the Future?
How? What do you mean?
Well, because Back to the Future wasn't originally filmed with Michael J. Fox. They filmed it with somebody else. They looked at the film and they're like,
oh yeah, Eric Stoltz.
Yeah, this kind of sucks. Let's go ahead and get Michael J. Fox the way we wanted to do. They refilmed everything and reshot some scenes to make it seem like he was actually there from the beginning, and then it came out to be a better movie. Maybe this will turn out to be a better movie without Kevin Spacey.
Hopefully. I mean, Plummer's no slouch, so hopefully it does turn out. And then they said, Eric Stoltz, you're Rocky Dennis, get out of here.
Yeah, that dude, man, all the money, his career could be so weird different.
If he would have
it could be so
different on Christmas Day. We'll see how that goes.
Go do the flag too.
Go do the flag. You're freaking Mark Brothers. Oh man. Well, Star Wars is tearing it up at the box office, and one of the things that was iconic about the original trilogy was not just the movies themselves, but just the lead up to the movie, where you had the trumpet sounding with the Fox logo and all that stuff, right? And then the Lucasfilm logo, and then bam, it hits you with the Star Wars,
which they can go back and do now.
Well, Disney now owns the full rights to Star Wars since its merger with Fox. Right. Do you honestly, because I think it'd be great, do you honestly believe that they will play the Fox logo and music before episode 9?
No. No.
I don't think so either, but wouldn't it be awesome?
No.
One thing, this is the conclusion of the sequel trilogy. What better way to one, promote the merger, but 2, give something for the fans that are pissed off about Last Jedi, and put that intro with the freaking movie. That would be sweet.
Nope, they won't do it because they already moved past that by doing the other ones without it. You had 2 other movies that don't have it. Why bring it back in 9? There's no point to do that at this point. Now, what you might get out of it
is it in 10?
No, they won't even do that.
Oh.
What you may get out of this is the simple fact that now, because Fox owned the original versions, not the special edition versions,
right.
the original versions of the original trilogy. And, you know, they weren't selling it to Disney. They were like, nah, those are ours. If you want to release those, you got to pay us money.
Right.
So now they can go and do another box set of the original unspecial edition version. Yes, they're going to do that. That's what you're going to get. You want to hear the trumpets blare and all that, the fanfare, stuff like that? That's when you're going to get it when you spend your $100 to buy the new Star Wars unedited special edition version.
Without Jabba. Without where Han actually shot first.
Exactly. So I mean that, but I want the dude in the monster in the kit. I'm not going down the long thing of trying to think of names. The Wampa. I want him with his arms.
But that means that Ian McDermott will not be in Empire, and that scene, he made that scene so much better.
Sorry.
He made that scene so much better. But either way, getting back, that trumpet music that played for 20th Century Fox was actually written by, I want to say his name was Alfred Newman. Newman from Fox in the 1930s. Insane, right?
Yeah.
So that was actually dying down, right? So nobody really wanted that for Fox. It was already starting to die down. But Lucas, in 1977, when Star Wars came out, he actually insisted that would play before his movie, and it just became pretty much like
probably really cheap.
Yeah. It's as iconic as the MGM, the Lion, right before a Rocky movie.
Right.
So it's part of Star Wars.
It is. You'll forget it after a generation goes by. Don't forget about it.
Well, the Fox and the Disney merger has had so many questions and so many eyebrows raised with a lot of the things that they acquired, a lot of the movies they acquired. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the biggest one besides Star Wars is the MCU and Xmen coming together.
Right.
So those Marvel characters that Fox had, now they're coming in. Okay. Mm-hmm. So everybody's talking about Xmen versus Avengers possibly. Okay.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
They're not gonna do it.
But you know that they do, when they finally have them cross over, because remember, there's still Avengers 4 coming.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Infinity War could set something up with Avengers 4.
Or they could kill everybody.
Or they can kill everybody. It looks like none of the legacy X-Men characters, you know, like Patrick Stewart,
right,
Halle Berry, and
Ian McKellen.
Yeah, none of them are gonna come back. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Hugh Jackman. You
hear the jingle? That's me saying no.
The main one that everybody wants to see in this MCU.
It's the only. Well, we want 2 people back. We want Hugh Jackman and we want Ryan Reynolds. That's it. Everybody else take a trash.
Okay, well, more than likely it's going to be the prequel actors that are going to be coming, the first-class actors, right. So Fassbender, McAvoy, you know, Lawrence, unfortunately. They will be the ones that will probably take part in the MCU.
Yeah, I mean, because probably they got really cheap contracts and it's alright. What's funny, their makeup, so. Exactly. What's funny is that they are known for like, well, it doesn't fit our universe, so we're just going to recast it. I mean, look what they did to Amazing Spider-Man. You know, they recast him and everybody loved him. So I don't believe that they won't recast yet, because I think that instead of bringing them back, they start over. What's the word I'm looking? How tied are we to these characters? I mean these actors. I'm sorry. How tied are we to these actors right now?
Which ones?
Any of them besides Hugh Jackman.
Are you talking about the legacy ones?
Any of them besides Hugh Jackman. How tied are you to?
I think you're probably the only one that I can think of to come close to be tied to, other than Jackman and Ryan Reynolds. I would say Fassbender. In all honesty. Okay. So I would say Fassbender as Magneto. That would probably be the closest, because I think McAvoy is great, mm-hmm. and you know, Split, phenomenal. But anyway, mm-hmm. You know, possibly him because of Charles Xavier. But yeah, man, I'm going Fassbender. I think Fassbender is the closest equal.
I can see them saying, I was like, okay, we're not gonna do early X-Men anymore, and we're not gonna do late X-Men. We're gonna find a sweet spot in the middle and say this is like not the first class, but maybe the second or third class. Or no class. They're gonna find. I think what they're gonna do, they're gonna find a sweet spot in the middle that hadn't already been touched, and they're just gonna recast again and just do it from there.
Sweet spots in the middle, not been touched. I love it. It's awesome.
It's a model of life.
He's actually, Hugh Jackman's out promoting the Greatest Showman. They asked him about it. He said that he will not come back as Wolverine. Obviously, they're going to recast. That's the best thing to do. Who to get, I don't know. Now they're eyeing Jake Gyllenhaal for Batman. I wouldn't mind seeing Jake Gyllenhaal as.
No, I say let's go ahead and since Fox is Venom is on Fox. Let's just go ahead and trash this movie and let's just put Tom Hardy in there. But come on, let's get this done. That's from Sony. Sorry. Oh my God, my theory's out the door. That sucks so bad. How about we just write Sony a check and let's just buy Sony?
Hey, that might be coming pretty soon.
Let's just buy Sony. Let's just become a movie monopoly, Disney. Let's just do it so that way we have the complete MCU and we don't have to worry about anything. We can do whatever we want from this point forward.
Dude, before we get into the next comment. Topic. I think that what Disney is doing, one or two, they're going to get too damn powerful for one, and two, there's not going to be any real freaking competition.
And that's one of the things
it's like WWE with no WCW.
Right. That's one of the things that people kind of look at this as a bad thing because now, before the merger, we had other studios doing other comic book movies. Now, if everything's under Disney, we have to wait till they get around to things. We can't get things made. It's like, oh man, I can get a sequel to this Xmen movie and I don't have to wait for 7 other Avenger movies to come out and see how it fits into there just so they can all tie together. Even though Disney's now on a fast track where they're doing 3 movies a year, but they're not going to do 5 movies a year. What was it? Was it this year that we had 7 comic book films?
Somewhat, yeah.
Yes, we're never going to get that again. That's not going to happen anymore because now Spider-Man's fitting into the MCU. That's going to have to figure out what's going on with the rest of the Avengers. So that's going to fit in that slate. And whatever Sony decides that they want to do with the rest of the Spider-Verse, if it fails or if it does really good, then those have to. I think that those will still kind of have to worry what's going on with Spider-Man, and they're still being held up by Avengers. So,
and then they have that.
Fox was the only other thing that was out there doing something.
Then they have that rated R division.
Yeah, it's like we're not getting rated R movies no more.
No,
Deadpool.
They are. They said they keep the rated R properties rated R. They're gonna keep them.
They only have one. That's why. They only have one.
Logan is
done. Yeah, that's done. They only have one, so it's like the only one that is going to happen is Deadpool. You're never getting anything else rated R.
Speaking of Deadpool, now that he's Disney, how is that going to affect Fourth Wall? And we were talking about that when they were going to integrate him into the Xmen universe with Fox. Now, even more so, how are they going to address the Fourth Wall, the comments, the things that he says, and all that? That's going to be really.
Now people are going to be looking at those scripts and they're going to be like low budget. It's like, oh, you can do whatever you want to do. That's not going to be a thing anymore. They're going to want to see exactly what you're going to be referencing in this movie because now it affects us all together. You can't be making jokes at Disney, the powerhouse that it is, because then they're like, your movie doesn't get made. We don't greenlight. I don't care how much it is, but they might get more budget this time.
Exactly. So those gunfight scenes, and he won't forget his bag in the taxi.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So one of our favorite movies growing up was 48 Hours.
Right.
48 Hours launched the career of Eddie Murphy before Pluto Nash killed it, and
it lost the career of Nick Nolte before alcohol killed it.
Nick Nolte's been dead for 10 years, and he's still walking around. Either way, 48 Hours was one of my favorite movies, and Eddie Murphy was just the best in that movie. Launched his career. Well, that was back in 1982. Made a lot of money for Paramount.
Yeah.
Still 1982. Benny and Josh Safdie, I hope I said that right.
Sure.
Have been selected to develop a 48 Hours remake.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It's gonna be starring Kevin Hart.
No.
It is.
It's actually starring. I don't have the guy's name.
It's gonna star Kevin Hart.
I believe it's an up and comer though.
It's gonna star Kevin Hart. It's gonna start Kevin Hart.
No. Kevin Hart's working on a Miss Doubtfire remake. No more remakes, people. No more remakes.
Didn't we learn from Martin Lawrence and Big Mama's House? We don't need this. We don't need this.
Especially Miss Doubtfire. She's 4'10".
So he's gonna do a British accent too. I can't see it. I can't.
Well, I'm pretty
see
sure it's like.
But back to the garbage fire, the trash fire that this is. 48 Hours, the remake.
Yeah.
By the way, that was a movie of its time. They can't do that movie again.
It's like Jaws, or even Star Wars. You can't remake.
You can't do that movie. Well, what are you talking? They did. They remade it.
You know what? But 48 Hours is just one of a kind. You don't want to touch that, but they're gonna do it. Now they actually directed a crime movie called Good Time with Robert Pattinson. So the directors that or the people that directed friggin' Edward Cullen's Mr. Sparkle Boy himself are gonna attempt to bring back 48 Hours. I don't know.
Who's gonna play the Nick Nolte?
What do you think about this?
I don't like it at all. I mean, there's not even a bit of me that's like interested in it. I don't want to see this at all because that movie was really edgy. Well, because it was the 80s, everything was edgy in the 80s because it was the 80s. But
and it was directed by Walter Hill, and he's like.
And I can't see the way that they could do it that would even capture what that movie did back then. There's not one thing. There have been some movies that have come out that have been inspired by, or maybe kind of gave a little bit of a nod to older properties where you could have said this is in essence a remake of that film, but it was never the original film. In the same way you look at RoboCop, the remake, you can't be sitting here thinking that this is going to be a good idea.
Absolutely not.
No.
You know, it's so bad that not even, or that movie is like so iconic that not even another 48 Hours could top it.
The only way that they could do this film is if they went and got to Disney and they said, we're gonna CGI Eddie Murphy and we're gonna put him back and we're gonna do a sequel with him and, well, there's not enough money to CGI Nick Nolte. But they're gonna CGI both of them back.
Could not work on that, man.
We're gonna CGI them both and then we're gonna do a sequel. That's the only thing I would go out and see.
Yeah. But I would see that too, honestly. I would see that too.
The CGI sequel to 48 Hours. Would it be called another 48 Hours?
Another.
Oh wait, or just like Friday, it was like it's the 48 hours before 48 hours. It's the 48 hours after the next 40.
Ago.
48 hours ago. I like that. Hashtag 48 hours ago.
Well, that's not the only thing that's on Paramount slate. They released a small slate of what movies are going to come out pretty soon. G.I. Joe 3 is on their slate, so that's finally happening.
Too late.
Now we actually talked about that because they actually just extended their deal. We talked about that in our previous show
about the Hasbro thing, right?
Yeah, Hasbro Paramount extended their deal for 5 years. Okay, so the G.I. Joe 3 will come out March 27th, 2020. Dungeons and Dragons, July 23rd, 2021.
Didn't we learn from the last Dungeons and Dragons?
They're gonna get Marlon Wayans back.
Might as well.
Micronauts in October 16th, 2020. Micronauts will also come out, which Goods episode 5. We talked about this too. We still don't have any idea. I still have no idea what Micronauts are.
The little bitty toys. That's what they are.
And that was 2 years ago. All right. So Transformers is also still a big part of that.
Why?
Bumblebee will come out next year.
I'm mildly interested in this film.
Yeah, starring our boy right here.
Let's see enough.
Transformers has grossed $4.3 billion, most of it from China. So, pretty interesting. Only one I want to see out of that is G.I. Joe 3. What about you?
I don't want to see any of this crap. You know what? Give me my ROM movie. Why not? Give me the... No, I want to see Visionaries. That's the only one. No. I want to see... No.
Mask.
They put helmets on. Come on.
Mask.
They put helmets on.
That's what's cool.
There's Fast and the Furious with helmets.
Mask. Mask and the Furious.
There you go. There's your crossover. Mask and the Furious.
All right.
Hashtag Mask and the Furious. Visionaries is the only thing I want to see.
All right.
Or did I get it in Transformers last night already?
Pretty much. That's actually cool. So we are now in the holiday spirit.
Yes.
Right? Got the sweater on, got my Drake sweater on, and I don't know what the hell that is. He waves his ears back and forth. So our WTF is our holiday edition.
Yes.
WTF.
Yes.
All right. Now, ugly sweaters are a big thing, right?
Yes.
Everybody wears ugly sweaters.
How can you make an ugly sweater better?
How could you lose your ugly sweater? You worn it last 2 years and you lost it.
Because it's ugly. That thing was thrown in the floor, in the closet, in the back of the who knows where. The minute I took it off, it was no need. But that's the whole thing. It's like, I don't want to wear it. Why would you want to wear an ugly sweater?
Well, I'd like to answer your first question. How do you make it better? All right. Well, there's some people out there that are taking it to a whole new level on wearing ugly sweaters. A trend is hitting Instagram where ladies are cutting holes on their ugly sweaters, exposing their breasts, and using pasties to decorate it and have red-nosed reindeers. Reindeer boob! That's a thing, it's beautiful!
So would you say that I should have been my ugly sweater, I should have took my boob and put it out on the thing. But this is amazing. I just want to see the holiday parties that go on.
Reindeer boob is the best ever.
I mean,
Great idea.
would they kick you out of the party? Would they just like, oh, you won the most holiday spirit? Would you reindeer boob? Would happen? Who's doing this?
Who would have the ugliest boob that would make it an ugly sweater contest?
Sir, if a boob is out, it is never ugly. It is never ugly.
Some companies think that decorating boobs is a great idea.
Yes.
Selling
okay.
pre-cut sweaters.
But how do they fit them? It's like not every boob's the same.
Man.
Not every boob's the same.
Men are also participating, but it's the Christmas tree, and then something else is cut to show the bottom part.
Whoa!
I'm
All
kidding.
right, y'all went too far. It was too far. Y'all went too far.
Oh man, check it out online. It's pretty freaking creative and erotic at the same time, but very interesting.
Can't wait to go to a Christmas party where that's taking place.
There's some pretty big Rudolphs out there guiding my sleigh north. Parents, take us home!
Can't follow that at all. All right, you know what? We always tell you guys to comment what you think about the WTF story, but I'm gonna ask you to do a little bit different. I'm gonna ask you send pictures if you participated in this. Have you participated with the holiday sweater with the reindeer?
Oh,
yeah, if that's you, please send us a picture. We'd love to see it. We post it on the show if you'd like.
Or a slow, or do both of them and do a snowman laying down.
There you go. There you go. Just don't send that Christmas tree thing.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I got.
Okay, well, Xmen and Art, wherever the hell they're at, but all of them, all of us,
Yes.
all of us say Merry Christmas,
Merry
be
Christmas.
safe. Thank you for a freaking awesome couple of years. We still have some more stuff to do with our New Year's, so we got some good things coming out for you guys. A little Christmas present for you guys. Of course, it'll be in New Year's, but whatever. Better late than never. I'm Manny,
I'm Terrence.
and we'll see you next time.
Guys, you're still with us? Great. I know it's the end of the year, and I know you guys are in the holiday spirit, the spirit of giving, right? So we're asking you to give us money. So if you look down below, you'll see where it says patreon.com/thegoods. Right there is if you have an excess amount of cash laying around. If you have not bought enough Christmas presents and you're wondering, who else can I bring joy to this year? Us. That's who you can bring joy to. Have you ever looked at us and you're like, man, they should get a better camera? You're right, because we don't have enough money to. You can help us do that. Patreon.com/thegoods. Help us out. We'd appreciate it. And you can be a part of the goods yourself.